It's so important to have the farmer's voice out there and showing the true story of farming.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of The State of Soy. I'm Michaela Jordan, here with Darcy Maulsby, the 2024 Iowa Soybean Association Advocate for Iowa Agriculture Award winner. Darcy, advocacy has been a huge part of your life. What does advocacy mean for you?
Advocacy is just an incredible opportunity to be able to tell our story, agriculture's story, on our terms, and be factual, be interesting, and really make it resonate with audiences if we do it right.
What sparked your passion for advocacy growing up on a farm and being involved in the agriculture industry? What really initiated that passion for agriculture advocacy?
When I was starting my own business, I distinctly remember being at the National Pork Board when social media was just starting to become a thing. They brought in a trainer and he was talking about why this isn't just a fad of learning how to communicate online. We need to tell our story because he said, I can promise you, if you're not telling it, somebody else is, and you might not like the way they tell it. And that just really hit home with me that these conversations are going on whether we're part of them or not. Wow, we better be at the table sharing our side of the story and showing the true story of farming. That's the beauty of the time we're living in today, is that there are so many tools. If you have a smartphone in your pocket, you've got a really powerful tool to use that platform, even if it's just taking pictures and sharing them with the world and giving a little context about why you're planting cover crops, how you're protecting soil health, whatever it might be. Letters to the editor at the newspaper are still incredibly effective because those are actually put online with a lot of newspapers, so they can reach a much wider audience than you might think. And even things that I see farmers discounting sometimes, like ag in the classroom, we can't take for granted that even in our rural schools, our rural communities, that everyone understands agriculture. These are fertile fields for education and enlightenment.
Through those different mediums, how do you tailor that message to meet with consumers and meet them where they're at?
That is so important, to meet people where they are at. We've got to take a step back and remember, this is our world. This is not the consumer's world. Let's put on our consumer hat and think, what are the things that keep them up at night? Maybe it's water quality. Maybe it's the price of food. Whatever it is that we know is resonating with consumers, let's try and craft our message around that as we tell the story. We can show we're empathetic. I'm concerned about the price of groceries. I'm concerned about the water that I drink and cook with. So here's what we're doing on the farm. All these stories of finding common ground, having empathy, and putting ourselves in the consumer's shoes as we put on our farmer hat to tell that story, that's how you make those connections.
As the 2024 Advocate for Iowa Agriculture Award recipient, what advice do you have for someone looking to get involved in advocacy or looking to tell their story in agriculture?
It's so important to have the farmer's voice out there. The facts are important, but we have to get into some of that more squishy, emotional side of the story of why we do what we do. What are the things that keep us up at night? Don't be afraid to have those emotional moments, because anybody can understand the uncertainty of life and not knowing exactly where we should go, but doing our best to try and overcome challenges and adapting and adjusting. Those are things anybody can relate to, and they definitely build bonds with our non-farm friends.
We all have challenges that we face and stories to tell, which is why it's important to be an advocate for agriculture and tell your story. Thank you to Darcy for meeting with us today, and congratulations on your award for Advocate for Iowa Agriculture. Reporting for this edition of The State of Soy, I'm Michaela Jordan.
Progress is a human invention. We look at our world and we imagine how to make it better. That's the power of human ingenuity. We can redefine what's possible. At Bayer, we're shaping the future of agriculture, like farms where all life grows together. It's not impossible, it's progress.